Thank you for joining this night. I will be doing just a very short flight from Nashville to Atlanta Airport. We're gonna be flying today Phoenix Airbus A320 CFM, call sign Delta 1490. Um, just join me along this flight. I'm not planning to do something really long or in a bigger airplane. Um, it's gonna be just for fun, flying just for fun this night. Um, I hope you guys enjoy it. I will do my best to keep everything just like real life. Well, follow me along the process here that I've been doing configuring the aircraft for departure. So we already got our dispatch ready, so we can start loading the airplane. Let's hit here. Um, Load the aircraft. Here we go. We got it. Nashville, Tennessee to Atlanta. Gonna go here and we're gonna load the aircraft fast. We're not gonna wait a long time for that. And we got our information, our weight, doors are closing, and we send the information to our system. Initialize our FMS information here. We're gathering the route information. Constant index, we're gonna use today 35, and we're gonna be climbing to, let's clear this out, flight level 230, not that high. Again, is flight Delta, I forgot, 1490, Delta 1490. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, let's let the flight attendants take their job and kind of welcome everybody on board.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delta Sky Team and our global partners, welcome on board your Delta flight. As you're making your way to your seat, we kindly ask that you please step into your row and out of the aisle as quickly as possible to allow those passengers behind you to make their way to their seat as well. If you're traveling with a larger rollerboard, please place it in the overhead bins, either wheels or handles first, on either side of the aircraft. Keeping in mind that the overhead bin space is shared space, so if the bin directly above your seat is already full, please go ahead and utilize the next available space. If you brought in a second item with you, such as a briefcase, tote bag, laptop bag, backpack, you can go ahead and utilize that space under this seat in front of you, so that we can utilize that overhead bin space for your larger bags without having to check them plain sight to your final destination. Feel free to utilize your mobile phones, tablets, and e-readers while we're here at the gate. However, once we close our boarding door, you must please place these items into airplane mode or turn off your cellular service. Please also note that if you will be working on a laptop computer or enjoying any other larger electronic devices, they must be stowed either in a bag under the seat in front of you or in the overhead bins. Please do not stow these items in the seat pocket in front of you, place them directly on the floor, or hold them on your lap during taxi, takeoff, and landing. This is not just a Delta policy, but an FAA regulation for your safety.
All right, we're back here. I'm just finishing up here the flight plan. I'm reading here. A few runways are closed. I'm not gonna use 8 left, so I will be thinking about utilizing runway 10. And then let's see the approaches that we have. ILS 10. There we go. ILS 10. DY? DY. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the plane and finish this up. Right here. Arrival. ILS 10. think it was Shopper 1. Let's double check that. Shopper 1. Yep, Shopper 1. ILS Shopper. Notification. Oh, there we go. We got it. Shopper 1. And all. There we go. Very good. Okay. So, going back to the plane, finishing up the routes right here. Initialize. I'm gonna go to the fuel that we have, about 11.1 pounds of fuel. There we go. Preferences. Let's start checking the information leaving Nashville. Departure preferences. Runways drive. We're gonna be using runway 2 center. Flap optimal. Packs on. Take the weather. We got taking off at 123, 135 is the V2, rotate. We send this information down here, and we got it right there. We're flexing to 50 Celsius there. Utilizing flaps 1. We got flaps 1 there. Going back here. All right. Let's start turning on fuel pumps. And beacon on. And we're gonna start the pushback process. Make sure everything is off. Cones, doors are closing. Outside view. Oh, there's a car over there. Parking brake off. Let's start going back. I don't know what that car is doing right there. I really don't know why it's struggling in that position. This flight simulator is good. Sometimes it has some bugs like that, so I'm not sure why it's doing that thing. Again, if you are just joining us tonight, I'm just gonna be doing a short flight from Nashville to Atlanta, Delta Flight 1490, and trying to do my best here to make it as real as possible with the real airline operations. All right. Yeah, that turn. Make sure we don't hit anybody here, and we can stop right here. Fog is off, parking brake is on. Okay, let's start turning on the engines. However, I do like to fly in the co-pilot seat because I like that position. So I'm gonna be putting myself right here. There we go. Right. Start engine number 1. And we got a good engine start right there. Let's do the other one, engine number 2. Engine number 2 is up. Another good start, and let's turn the ignition position back to normal. Let's do our check. Flight controls. All the way up. Down. Neutral. Left. Neutral. Right. Neutral. Rudders. Left. Neutral. Right. Neutral. We got some ACARS information right here. Let's double check that. I think it's the load sheet from Delta Ops. Yep. And we did accept that, so we can just go back to our flight plan. Oh, and you know what? We just forgot to tell our passengers about the information. I know the flight attendants usually do some of the part, but we can just speak to the cockpit. To the cabin from the cockpit, right? And let them know who we are, where we are flying, and what we are expecting, because it can be interesting along the way. Right? Let's try that. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard this Delta flight today. We're flying Delta Flight 1490 from the city of Nashville into Atlanta. This is your co-pilot speaking, Neil Pilot, right here on board. We have some information in the cabin here for you guys for our flight. We're gonna make about an hour and 5 minutes into the city of Atlanta. We're still an on-time flight. However, we have some information for you guys about the weather. Along the area going into Atlanta, we have some storms along the way, so probably we're expecting moderated turbulence in the area. We will try to make this flight as comfortable as possible, and we will make the appropriate deviation if we can to make your flight better. Please remain seated. Seatbelt sign will remain on probably for the entire flight due to the weather upcoming here. And welcome on board. There we go, guys. Parking brake off, and we're gonna continue here. Passengers are not that happy because of the weather, but you know, it's something we cannot control. But some of the passengers understand these things, some other don't. And we're gonna turn off APU right here. Taxi lights on, runway lights on. Brake off. Auto brake max. And let's start taxiing to runway 2 center.
At this time, in just a few moments, we'll be showing you the safety video. Once the video has concluded, we'll be in the aisles to answer any questions you have before we're seated for taxi out. Again, thank you for choosing Delta today. My name is Susan. I'm your purser for today's flight, along with Charles in the economy cabin. We do welcome you aboard.
Memories are more powerful when we make them together, shared with friends and loved ones. Every flight is a chance to celebrate together. And when we celebrate, we connect the world.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard,
Welcome aboard.
and thank you for flying with Delta.
Our first priority on every flight is the health and safety of our customers and crew. So before we depart,
Please pay attention to this important safety message. Be sure that all carry-on items are securely stowed in an overhead bin, and place smaller items, including handbags, under the seat in front of you. If you lose your electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for assistance. Please ensure all aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas are clear.
as we leave the gate, make sure your seatbelt is fastened. To fasten, insert the metal tip into the buckle and adjust the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release the belt, just lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, secure it by attaching the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, remove the metal tip and allow the shoulder harness to retract.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We apologize if this means our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with the posted placards and lighted information signs located throughout the cabin, in addition to any crew member's instructions.
Smoking, the use of e-cigarettes, or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors. There are 8 exits on this plane, 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft. In the event of an evacuation, leave all carrying items behind. All exits are clearly marked with a green symbol. Arrows indicate the direction to these exits. Please take a moment to find the exits closest to you, and remember, they might be behind you. If there's a loss of power, lights will illuminate the aisle to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, the panels inside the lavatories and above your seat will open, revealing oxygen masks. If this happens, reach up and pull the mask or red streamer towards you until the tube is fully extended to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic strap over your head, and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note that oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head, wrap the strap around your waist, and attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom of the vest, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest.
For children who weigh less than 35 pounds, place the vest around the infant's waist and secure the strap between the legs. Refer to the safety information card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lap children are located in a marked compartment at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Now, before we take off, be sure your seat is upright. Your aisle armrests are at resting position, and your tray table is put away. If you have a suite door, ensure it is open. Please note that there is a placard on the door, visible when closed, explaining how to use the suite door in case of an emergency. Please take a moment to review the safety information card, which is in your seat pocket.
As we come through the cabin for our final safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
Wherever your celebrations take you, thanks for choosing Delta to fly you there.
Now, as we get ready for takeoff, please settle in and have a wonderful flight. Thank you for flying with Delta.
Well, we're back here in the cabin. Taxiing to runway 2 center. Taxiway Tango 4. All the way down until Sierra. And then join in 2 center for departure. So in the meantime, I was taxiing to the runway, just double checking the information for takeoff. Activating weather radar, even though I'm not sure we are gonna catch some weather radar in this airplane. I'm not totally sure. Sometimes I'm not sure if it comes out in this Fenix. But anyways, we will try our best here. For departure, direct information available real quick. So once we take off, we can hit that. Gonna double check the RNAV departure right now. Change my chart from the airport diagram into the RNAV departure. We will be using Tippin 3 departure for Nashville, and then continue along our route. And if you're joining right now, we're flying Delta flight 1490 Nashville to Atlanta. If you're liking this this flight, how everything is going, don't forget to support the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, or make a comment, things that we can improve, we can do different. Everything is appreciated right now. Little bit on the brakes there. I don't want to go too fast. Right, once in here, we are gonna hold short at Sierra, I mean runway 2 center, reviewing my RNAV departure. Right, climb, heading 021. Alright. Final checked. Landing lights on. My strobe light on. Wings lights. And takeoff lights there. Everything is set so far. We are green. And flight attendants prepare for departure. Clear left. Clear right. Even though we are online, some people just get on the way, so you make it as best as we can. All right, looking for the center line right now. On the brakes. Throttle coming up. There we go, our CFM engines. Flex, speed is coming alive. 60 knots. Stay down. Looking for that center line. V1 rotate. Positive climb rate, gears coming up. Gears up. Wing views. And we say goodbye to Nashville for tonight. I guess we're gonna be sleeping at Atlanta. Flying power. And we are started making our right turn for joining the RNAV departure. Speed brake this arm. Direct rotary. Autopilot is coming on. 11,000 climbing. Optimal climb. Once again, another wing view. My GoPro in the front. Right engine. Look at the airport. Goodbye, Nashville. It was a good stay. 2-day stays from our last flight. Last one is coming up. I've been thinking right now, it's really nice how everything looks at night here. I have flown into Nashville but during the day, but actually I haven't tried it at night, and it's kind of cool. I will say I give that departure like a 8.5 out of 10. It's not bad. Passing now almost the 10,000 feet. So we're gonna start turning off my lights. Runway lights off. Landing lights off. Taxi lights off. Airplane is taking some air so we can continue climbing. We're gonna start going to our next step. Flight level 230, and my wing lights coming up. We say like an hour and 5 minutes flight. I'm not sure if we're gonna land earlier. Let's put the information right here. So, we're climbing right now on the Tippin 3 RNAV departure. We are direct Rory, and then once we get into BRXTN, we have only like 80 nautical miles into chopper arrival. And the weather should be just like right. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. See, the weather's supposed to be around right here between BRXTN and Atlanta. See it now. Oh, so things are getting a little bit more severe in this area, North Atlanta or Northwest Atlanta. Probably, what I'm thinking is maybe how things looks, because this is, you know, from the radar difference from the simulator, so I'm not sure if we're gonna get the same thing. If we do, we got some severe areas right here, severe area right here. If we do, I'm thinking about planning to make a deviation. Maybe this is like a 30 nautical miles before chopper, and try to make the deviation into the right where we can hit to Navy, probably direct Navy, so we can escape from the weather there. We make right our passenger comfortable, of course. And let's go back to the plane. There we go. Altimeter on standby. Good climb, everything looks good so far. Let's put outside view for a second. Something really cool that I don't think I have seen in this, and I have flown many hours in the flight simulator, but it's the sky. Once you see the sky, you see like the stars. It's kind of cool. I don't know, those kind of little things that make your flight more realistic and make yourself more into living this moment right now. Even though it's a simulation, it just make it a little bit more realistic. It feels good. Not bad. If you haven't tried, just you should try the Fenix Airbus A320. It's a really good plane. It's really well developed. I think it's one of my favorite airplanes to fly in Flight Simulator 2020, and I have seen a lot of improvements. Even though sometimes I wish we get more, maybe more updates on the plane, but but the Phoenix people are making good things even now. They just do it once in certain time. It's still a good product that you can buy, and you can um, learn about this plane here. I hear cabin service. It's coming. I think it's Susan. Maybe. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, we'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you and a welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience any unexpected rough air. We ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff. We've now reached an altitude where it's safe to use approved electronic devices, and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. On today's flight in the economy cabin, it'll be our pleasure to offer you complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water, juices, a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eats items and all-day goodies. Beer, wine, and spirits are available complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eats items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 15% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases. For your enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you can view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music. You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
Hey, we are back. Yeah, that was Susan again. What we are doing right now, we're just putting the information into the FMS so we can kind of like prepare ahead of our arrival. You know, once you are in the aviation industry, you start learning that you gotta keep planning ahead. Just because you gotta be in front of the airplane, not behind the airplane. So you gotta kind of like prepare your arrival, even not if it is like how much miles. I think it was 125 miles away. We gotta start preparing our arrival. It's a short flight, and everything is start like getting like into a rush when you are getting into your destination. Maybe the weather, maybe the traffic, ATC, whatever the case may be, turbulence, everything start getting like in a really fast pace, and that's where you start like forgetting things. You start making mistakes, and then you are behind the plane, not in front of the plane. So I'm just gonna show you. I'm not like a full expert on this yet, but I'm gonna show you my knowledge, what I know about the procedure, so we can start doing our program descent into the city of the beautiful city, the Delta City, our cabin base city of Atlanta. So we hit down at the program side. I type down the airport. Usually you put the airport that you're gonna be flying. If you don't know how to do this, you're gonna just type the airport. In this case, for myself, it's Atlanta. Kilo Alpha Tango Lima. The runway which you're gonna be landing. Our runway this night will be runway 10, and if you're landing in another day in Atlanta, maybe you're using 25 right, 27 right, 26 left, whatever the case may be. Just type it right there in the 2, and you're gonna be programming your aircraft to descend in the program descent. So after that, I'm gonna be going to my preferences and next page and approach. And here we're gonna be gathering a few things. I'm gonna be gathering my altimeter, my temperature of the airport, the winds of the runway, so the airplane can calculate how it's gonna do the approach and the landing, and how it's gonna set the trims, everything like that. And then we're gonna be putting our minimum information right here. And I'm gonna gather that information. If you see right here, if you see this kind of like arrow right here, it's where we're gonna be starting our program descent into Atlanta. Let's go back into the meter, and we hit our arrival meter. Winds 250 at 6, temperature 26. It was 250 or 240? 240 at 6. 240 at 6 on wings, and 24 on the temperature. Altimeter. Our altimeter 3007. Our minimum information, we're gonna be finding that in our chart. It's gonna be about 200 feet decision height. There we go, and we got our landing information all set, everything good to go in case that we hit some difficult area of turbulence weather. We are already ahead of the plane, like I said earlier. And I can say we're maybe like 15 minutes for touchdown into Atlanta. Well, like 15-20 minutes for touchdown, depends on the weather. I don't know if the flight attendants in the back say that this already, but if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. It's free. You can subscribe. You can let me know in the comments what you would like to see next. I will try to do my best, even though my work schedule is kind of like very busy, and it's just I try to find the time to make the stream, and just let me know how things go. Like and subscribe. It's not like the Delta credit card, which you can just hit the button and you will be approved real quick. And you will see me more often, of course, and I can continue creating more streaming and more like night flights with no pilot here, um, to see where this is gonna take us. You know, we can chat, we can speak in the cruising about things. You know, how is the weather in Phoenix? Yeah, pretty hot. Yeah, we can speak about that thing. How is the beach in Puerto Rico? Well, it's really warm and it's really good these days. Yeah. And I don't see a lot on the city on the bottom because of the clouds, and like I said, we were gonna be passing through a little bit of area of weather, so we kind of don't see it really well. I'm just gonna be checking back on the Chopper 1 approach. The weather was supposed to be in between my captain side right there on the left side, and right in between like this area right here and that area. So far so good. If I don't experience heavy weather, probably I'm not gonna deviate, of course. Let's hit our program descent, hitting the there we go. Sorry, I forgot to put the last altitude right there. 5,000 feet. Actually 6,000 feet for the final approach altitude into the city of Atlanta. I think we will need a little bit of spring break. And what we are looking in here, it's the little green dot right there. We wanted to have it like near this area, so we can do like a descent path into Atlanta, and we trying to do the speed that we are supposed to. Even though we are a little bit fast, I can just utilize speed brake, cut that speed, and be inside of my magenta mark. If you see, we have a little bit of crosswind from the 216 60 knots winds. I'm gonna expand my radar to see everything is well in here. Radar changing. There we go. Speed brakes up. We got it right there. Okay. Right here. And we have to let our passengers know that we are descending, right? So they know that this is gonna be a goodbye for today. Like I said, it's gonna be a short flight. This is kind of cool flight, you know, short. Let's start. Altimeter there, alive, and we are at 3006. All right, let's speak with the passengers in the back. And ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, we are already starting our descent procedure into the city of Atlanta. We're expecting to be landing in about like 10 to 15 minutes, making it into the city of Atlanta. for now, the weather is still the same as we talked in the beginning of the flight. A little bit cloudy into Atlanta. Some stores along the way, North Atlanta. Everything else looks fine. We wish you pleasant stay in the city of Atlanta. If you have a connecting flight, we hope you make it into your destination safe and you get to see your family well. And also, we hope to see you in our next stream right here at No Pilot and another Delta flight. Again, this is Atlanta-based crew. We thank you for flying with us this evening. There we go. Our passengers know about the flight that we're gonna be landing soon. Everybody's starting prepare things and oh, I'm sorry, flight attendants wanted to say something.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our descent, we request that you return to your seat and make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened low and tight across your lap. If you have taken out any carry-on items, please make sure they are safely stowed underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead bin.
We're gonna be turning on our ILS indicators right here, getting prepared for our landing. See, the weather went a little bit into the east from the time that we were reading the weather in Nashville to this time. Everything is going a little bit to the east, so that created the gap that I was speaking about between the left right here, my left right here, and the right side. And that we were gonna be passing in the middle if I could deviate, but doesn't look that bad. And almost 10,000 feet, and we got some little bit of weather in the front. There we go, the rain. I feel it's kind of raining right now. And for some reason, like I said, I don't see it yet on the radar in the plane, even though it's on, but I don't see it. Hopefully one time we get it to work. Landing lights is gonna be on, runway lights on, and I'm gonna leave my wind lights and taxi lights into the last minute, so I know that I'm good for landing. Almost 9,000 feet. That wasn't bad of a weather. It was just a cloud right there. And we can see from the left side Atlanta right there. After Droida, I think you can fly direct. CTEEE. Brakes, we're gonna be using that much of a brake. We have plenty of runway, so we can just use low on brakes. We can be low on brakes. We're making our way into Atlanta for this night. Almost there. About 5-10 minutes maybe into the gate. We did a few days ago, I think it was Atlanta to Boston, Boston to Nashville, and today Nashville into Atlanta for this night. Right, speed brake arm. We got some rain. Alright, I'm gonna start making my turn into CTE right now. And I believe we're gonna be hitting this cloud right here of weather. But we're gonna be preparing for that. If you were here from the beginning, I appreciate you, and if you enter in the middle of the flight, I still appreciate you. Thank you for watching this stream. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you had some fun in this. Speed brake a little bit back. There we go. Approach on. And we are in the weather. See, we are inside of the weather, but like I said in the beginning of the flight earlier, or when we were departing Nashville, that we were gonna be flying ahead of the plane, so we wanted to prepare for this situation. Right now we're full IMC, but we have the information of the runway on the plane. Go a little bit lower. And I'm going to check my chart again, make sure we're gonna be where we're supposed to be. turning off my autopilot. Autopilot is engaged. Wing light on. This is going back to on. There we go. Now I want to put my airspeed a little bit lower so we don't float a lot in the runway. Flight attendants, please prepare for landing. We can clear this message here in our MCDU. Everything else is green. We are on localizer, we just need glide slope.
2,500.
And we have a steamer right there taking off out of Atlanta. You know, one of the greatest things that we have right here is that you can just fly with your friends, meet new people online, and just people that are into the aviation, that like the aviation. You don't have to no longer just pay for that hour of flight unless you really wanted to do it, but you can start learning from here and then take it into the career mode. It just depends how you want to see this simulator. If you want to see it as a game, if you want to see it as a simulator, it just depends on the person, but you can take a really good advantage of utilizing this right now. I'm flying this all the way down right now. I want to lower my speed like a 138, 137. Lining up for runway 10 in Atlanta. All green.
500.
Runway side.
400. 200.
Landing.
One hundred. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 10, 5.
And we made it into Atlanta. This runway here is kind of like a little bit messed up. I don't know why. I have never landed into this runway. But that taxiway looks kind of weird. Anyways, we're here in Atlanta is the important part. We made a safe landing. And we're gonna be taxiing to the gate right now, so hopefully we don't expect any more bumps in here. Or if we expect one, we try to be very careful. Landing light off. I'm gonna be leaving that taxiway light, taxi light, um, like that, because I want to see if we have more bumps or not. Gonna be trying to make this left right here. At the same time, within my airport diagram. There we go. And I cannot be in the center line right here because the taxiway is not really good. So I gotta be either making on the away on the left side or the right side. You just have to try to find where everything is smooth in this airport right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Please remain in your seat with your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft has departed the gate and the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. This will be your only indication that it's safe to stand and gather your personal belongings. Also, please caution the opening overhead bins as items do have a tendency to shift during flight. For those of you wishing to use your cell phones, it is now safe for you to do so. As a reminder, your laptop computers must remain stood until we're parked at the gate. It has certainly been our pleasure bringing you today. Looks like you have an absolutely gorgeous day ahead of you. We certainly hope when your future plans call for your travel that you'll once again select Delta Airlines. Thank you and have a great time here.
There we go. And we're gonna be continuing our way into the gate. We're planning for tonight P6. I'm gonna start calling GSX so we can prepare our gate. P6. Nope, I don't need follow me. And we're gonna be using, obviously, our Delta handling team. Right now we are in the Sierra Charlie taxiway, and later we're gonna be crossing the runway 9 right. Joining November. Alright, crossing the runway, lights on. Very clear on the left, clear on the right. And right now we're gonna be taking November. November 5. Clear left, clear right. Mike and Lima 3 is the next. We can turn off our strobes because we already crossed that runway. Wing lights off, and again landing lights off. I don't need that. We can lower the intensity of that taxi line. This is our exit right here, Lima 3, so we can join in the ramp to gate T6. We can turn on already our runway lights there. Taxi light, we can heat it off. And it's kind of hard seeing from here. Where's our gate? A little bit more up front. We're about D4. There we go. I see it right there. E6 right here. I wonder what happened with our marshaller. Not in here. So we got to go outside and see it. There we go. Alright guys, and we're gonna be putting ground service, GPGU for now. The rear aircraft is off. Yes, the board, please. Beacon light off.
The boarding requested.
There we go, and we're gonna be turning off our transponder. Because we are shutting down the plane. Plane is not gonna be departing no more tonight. Yes, crew, we're gonna be opening the doors right now. Give us a second. There we go.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Radar off. There we go. Few pumps off. Hey guys, that's it for tonight. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you for your time. Appreciate you for being here. I hope to see you guys again in my very next flight. Whatever you're watching this, if you are working, I hope you have a good shift. If you're going home, I hope you make your way home safe. If you're in bed, I hope you have a good night's sleep. Whatever you are, I hope you guys are safe. Thank you for supporting my channel. And please let me know what you guys would like to see next, or what flight you guys think is a great one, and I will try to make that possible. You guys have a great night for now. Goodbye. Nail Pilot signing out.